Obviously, you guys saw the game, or gals saw the game, so hopefully nobody left early in terms of fans. If they did, that would teach them to not give up on this team. Just so proud of the grit, the fight, the togetherness. You've heard me say many times, it takes all of us, and you never know who and when. And so we're down a couple guys tonight, and have to get some guys in foul trouble, and just keep trying to find a way. But I thought, we got back to being ourselves the second half. I'm not sure who that team was in the first half. I asked them to have the original team that I'd seen for the first 8 games in there, and that team obviously did a terrific job the second half. So I'm really proud of them. Gritty, gutty effort, and I'll take your questions.
Jeff,
You mentioned the first half, Greg. What was more unrecognizable or concerning to you? Your play on the defensive end or the offensive end?
Well, one led to the other. I thought offensively we did not, they load defensively to the ball really well, much like we do, and it's hard to crack them on the first or second turn, trying to dribble drive them, and we ended up either turning the ball over, even though we didn't do much, or taking some bad shots, and we didn't play inside out like we have. And that resulted in not being able to get our defense set. So we're scrambling coming back, and we give up obviously some transition threes and just gave them a lot of confidence in that. So I thought towards the end of the first half, we settled in a little bit more. We're a little better offensively in terms of touching the post and playing inside out. And then that allowed our defense to get set. And then obviously the second half, we did that for the most part, other than one transition basket, and they got no threes. So it was in large part to having that defense set.
Abby, over there.
Greg, just 2 days ago, we were talking about how there aren't enough opportunities for your guys, for as many guys as you have. 2 guys sick, 2 guys in foul trouble. What did you see from your players that came off the bench tonight?
Well, I told them all along, everybody, stay ready so you don't have to get ready. And Jordan had reps the last 2 days because Lauren had been out. Actually, Jordan took some of Jacoby's reps because I wanted Jacoby to get some rust off coming back after sitting out 3-4 weeks. So flip-flopped those 2 guys, and I didn't know he was going to come down sick today, but Jordan was able to step in. Obviously, Carter's been bouncing back and forth, and then obviously Chris Vogt, Ben Carlson, two huge contributions there in terms of how they were able to help us on the glass and defensively.
Jeff.
I was going to ask you about Vogt. What did he give you, maybe that you didn't expect tonight on the offensive end? I know you had a couple nice feeds from Tyler, but you guys didn't bring him in for points.
No, but he has the potential to do that, and I've seen that in practice. I mean, he hits that left hand and right hand jump hook off the glass all the time. If he has an angle, he's pretty good at it. I think the thing with him is, I've said all along, he understands who he is and what his role is, and I thought defensively he did a pretty good job. 7-1 when it's walled up and chested up is hard to score over, as long as we make the initial catch a little further away, if they do get it. And he's gotten better at not reaching and twisting and jumping, and that's still obviously a work in progress of not fouling. But I thought he did, and he kept a lot of offensive end. He kept some possessions alive too that helped us and gave us momentum.
Greg,
Jim in the back. Jim in the back.
Greg, what did you encounter when you got in the halftime in the locker room at halftime? Did you like what you saw in their eyes?
Yeah, I just talked about the things I talked about just recently here. That we were out of sorts offensively. We were taking tough shots. We had talked for 2 days how offensively we weren't going to be able to crack the code on the first side. We were going to have to change sides of the floor. And then that will help us defensively get ourselves set. But we need to get back to our DNA of toughness and gritty, and not, we were on our heels a little bit. And then, we had guys in foul trouble, and obviously not the normal rotation ready to go. So it kind of everything seemed off. But second half, obviously, we were able to get that going a little bit and get our defense set was the biggest thing. So they got back to their identity and did a good job.
George.
Greg, I know you haven't been here for all of them, but Indiana's only won 1 time in this building. We haven't won since 1998, and they've lost 19 straight in here. What seems to be the dominance? Why is it so tough for them to win in here, do you think?
I mean, we don't, like you mentioned, when I saw Brad got the question too, we don't talk about it. I've never brought it up to the team. We always approach it one game at a time. We've had good teams. You know, why did Indiana win how many in a row before, whatever, 1997, right? What was the historians in here? Jim, Jeff?
Sounds right.
Okay, so, you know, Indiana won a lot in a row because they have good teams. I don't think there's anything magical. We won because we have good teams. And, you know, kids that play hard, play for what's on the front of their jersey. But we don't really talk about it, really. I don't say we gotta go make it 18 or 19 or, hey, here's what we gotta do today to get better. And fortunately, I have a group that really is all in, you know, and they believe in each other, and makes it fun to coach.
Abby? you bet.
Greg, coming into the game, the big thing that all you guys were talking about was Trace Jackson Davis. What went well? You limited him to 9 points, and it was pretty consistent over both halves.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's a tough cover. I mean, you got Steve in foul trouble. You know, so I mean, we had to just make the catches as tough as possible. Thought we were better with ball pressure. You know, I'll learn more as I watch the film. I thought we did a decent job at times of crowding him when we weren't doubling him. So just you know, it starts with ball pressure and pressure on the passers and all those things that go into as you build your defense, and then obviously the guy that's matched up with him, you know, moving your feet, anticipating, beating him to spots, and then, you know, not trying to bail him out or put him at the free throw line because he gets there a fair amount too.
Jim?
We've talked at length about Tyler Wall's defense. Can you address the play he made? You guys were up one on the drive where he came help and locked that.
The jump wall, yeah. I mean, it's, you know, I'm going to give credit here to, he's made that play in the past before this year, but Sharif brought that drill from Wright State, the jump wall drill we do. And we drilled that, and we drilled taking a charge, and we drilled diving on the floor, all combined in one drill. And I think that's made a formidable difference for us. Meaning we make everybody do it once a week, day before the game, whatever. I mix it around when I throw it in. But I think what it's done, it's given guys confidence, because you have to be able to, you can't take charge in the arc. You know, if you're breaking the plane, you have to jump straight up. So, you know, he's gotten really good at it. We've actually named it the Wahl drill, W-A-H-L. But I think it's, you know, credit to Sharif for convincing me to do it. I'm always leery of taking a lot of charges just because you don't want to get guys hurt. But it's been good, and I think the jump wall part of it because that's relatively new in the game. I mean, the arc spinning, you know, and how do you defend with the arc there, and so we teach that and work on it.
Hey Greg, I just want to talk about Johnny Davis's, right here, three-pointer to take the lead. He said when they took the lead, he felt like you guys could win the game because you were playing good enough defense. Did you feel that same way, if you could just get out in front, that you guys could close it out?
You know, I just, from my mindset as a coach, I just work one possession at a time and not get too, you know, overconfident or underconfident. I mean, I guess if I felt that we were going to win the game when he hit a three from the corner with X number of minutes ago, how do you think I felt when we were down 22? You know, so you can't get on that roller coaster, that gamut of emotions. So you just, one possession at a time, let's shore up the things that we need to technically, and they'll give us better results. So obviously, you know, players make plays, and he made a play.
Rick, they had a good bit of threes in their early run to get ahead, but then the second half they didn't make any. It seemed like you made more of a concerted effort to get out on the shooters and kind of limit their looks.
Well,
was that better?
We got our defense set. That was part of them. I don't know if they weren't all in transition, because Parker Stewart had one right in front of me that he came off with some baseline drag screens that we didn't guard well. But you know, 2 or 3 others were in transition. I think Parker hit 2 others in transition. I think Miller Kopp might have gotten one. We left Parker early and on his first one, and So getting our defense set helped that, to be able to lock in and not get caught scrambling.
Got time for one more, Jeff?
Yeah, Greg, you've had some guys over the years who have hit some crucial free throws, laying in you like consistently. How do you feel having 23 at the line with the game on the line?
He's a confident kid, and I've said before, Jeff, you know, both him and Lauren are mature beyond their years in terms of players and how they view the game and how coachable they are, and they want to get better. And just, you know, the first time I remember in the summer when Chucky got here, I said something to him like, he said, yes, coach, and my initial reaction was like, what? He goes, no, coach, I'm not counteracting or countering your instruction. That's what I always say to let my coach know that I heard you, I've got it. So Chucky's always like, when he got up, I said, hey, Chucky, you all right? And he's like, yes, coach. So I knew the free throws were gonna go down. So he's been in those situations. We drill some of those in practice where he's gotta I mix it up, who's the last guy to shoot it for us to be able to lead practice and put some pressure on guys at different times. So he's confident, and was able to knock him down.